Hi, it's Vicki back again. Today I'm going to show you how to make a Deco mesh wreath with spirals instead of the little poofs and everything. I start out, I have a 20-inch form and I use the long 21-inch rolls. I'm doing a University of Michigan wreath, so the colors are blue and yellow. So ahead of time, for the sake of saving time, I already made a bunch of these out ahead of time. But I'm going to show you right now what I do first. Next, I rolled out long pieces about 15 inches long, and I cut it long ways. And this Deco mesh wants to curl because it's used to being on that roll. So let it go ahead and curl up. Then figure out about halfway point and cut that in half. Then I have pipe cleaners that I cut into third pieces with my wire cutters. And I just scrunch these up and wrap my pipe cleaner around one time, throw it off to the side, go into the next one, scrunch it up one time, throw it off to the side, and I have a little bit left on this roll. Let's see if I get enough to make one more out of. Yay, I do. But rather than taking all that off there, I'm just going to cut the last piece off here so I don't spend extra time in doing little circles and toss that aside. Recycling, and then cut that in half again, grab a piece of pipe cleaner and scrunch it up. I haven't counted how many this makes, but it's quite a few. So scrunch it up and twist. Now I've got my glue gun heating up for embellishing. I'll clean up a little mess here a little bit. For embellishing, and I also painted a U and an M. Now do this ahead of time so that you can paint over your mistakes or decide what you want to do. I had originally thought about doing a U and an M, blue and yellow, and I still may do that, but it's still drying a little bit, so put that to the side. And I also have sheer ribbon. You can pick out whatever ribbon you like. I cut strips of ribbon about 15 inches long, just like I did here, and I put the ends together, folded them in half long ways, and I'm cutting from the inside out to a point, making a chevron point. That's going to be to embellish, and I did quite a few of those too ahead of time. And I had this mesh tubes here that I cut off about the same length of those, and I'm just kind of layering them in, one on the back. Put my ribbon next piece in there, and one more on the back. Just kind of layer them to embellish. And there's one more pipe cleaner, yay! Put those together, scrunch it one twist, and then like that. Now you can always cut these down shorter whenever you decorate. You decide that you want them shorter, but for now, just make all those up ahead of time and set it aside. What I'm going to do, these are sections. This is a ring from Hobby Lobby, and it doesn't already have the pipe cleaners on them, which is what I prefer. Because this type, you need your own pipe cleaners on here. And it's kind of got a dome to it. There's like 4 wires, and it's got sections here. It's kind of like a clock. So maybe start in the middle. I'm going to alternate. I like to put my wire over 2 sections here, 2 rings. As long as it's long enough, twist them over it, and push them under. And go do the next one. Do yellow. Same thing, over 2 rings, twist them, pull it tight, twist them, and go do a blue one. Twist them. You're just going to alternate. Doesn't matter what direction they go in because it's kind of a fun whimsical shape. But flatten those pipe cleaners down as you go because they do have sharp points on them, and I've poked myself and started bleeding before, and then you got to stop what you're doing and get a band-aid. So if you want to get blood on your wreath there. So, and I like to do 5 things per section. That just makes it pretty full, nice and full, you know. It's like you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I just kind of work my way zigzagging around on the form here. So go in the outer two, the inner two, then the middle two wires. Keep them on. Go on to the next two. Try and work as fast as I can here. Alternating. And you can always go back once you get this part done and fill in. But alternating them back and forth like that around the two wires gives shape on all sides. So let's turn looking there. Now I've got 4 wires and I'm waiting for a blue one. Back on here. Starting the next wire, outside, twist, ready for a blue one. These go pretty fast. If you get everything prepped up ahead of time, they go pretty fast. As long as you don't have pets. My cats were up here trying to figure out what the heck I was doing. Want to know? I have one of them that likes to grab things, and she likes things in his baggies, so she was taking out things. Okay, make sure you go over 2 wires, pull it tight, twist it. Now they make pipe cleaners in yellow, every color you possibly want, but I just bought one package. I was trying to keep the price down for the lady. She's having me make this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there. So I only got the package of blue, and then I ended up having, you might want to actually get 2 packages because I actually ran out, but I happen to have blue in my craft room. So get you a large package or 2 of the smaller packages. So you have enough to go around and save you a pipe cleaner long. Don't cut it because you want to use that for your loop to hang this from. Especially if you're selling it, everybody wants a loop something to hang it from. Gotta have that. These are super simple to do. You can get Deco mesh at Hobby Lobby. They have a huge supply of it. I work there. I am the full designer. I'm in charge of that department. But they also get it in the seasonal department. Seasonal is the front of the store where all of the Christmas, Halloween, fall, Easter, whatever holiday is, that's called seasonal stuff. They get different supplies in during those items, and most of them are not orderable. So when you see something you like, grab it up, because once it's gone until the next season, and there's no guarantee that it will be back there again the next season. Sometimes the buyers get a good deal on something and they'll carry it over forever and ever, whether it sells or not. And sometimes they find things that are really cool, but it was like a one-time thing. You just never know. If you look on the back, if it has an item number on it, on a Hobby Lobby tag, then it is orderable. Most of the items in the aisles are orderable, but everything that's not is pretty much seasonal. But in the floral department, all the fall bushes and Christmas bushes, those are orderable, and all the arrangements are orderable. And some of the stems during Christmas times are now orderable, but the rest of them are all seasonal. Once they're gone, they're gone. So, and they never send enough flowers to cover the whole season. So, and way more leaves. So, yeah, story of my life. So, this is coming right along. Getting them twisted on here, getting them twisted on here. I'm repeating myself. I was going to do the scrunchy mesh type, and I got it all wired together. And I decided this looked more fun. This lady's having me make this for her husband. He's a huge U of M fan. And I guess he has guys come over and watch football together, and she wants to give him a wreath for his team that he can hang on the door on game days. So what a great idea. It's like, don't know what to get your guy, have a wreath made, you know? If they like football, there's colors for every team. There's stuff you can order, I guess through their pro shops and stuff online, all the licensed items for the team, and you could actually add to this. But she wanted kind of simple, so she had me get block letters U and M. And that's been kind of a pain to paint those things, I was going to do, like I said, one yellow and one blue, and I wanted the insides to paint those. You have to completely let your sides dry, do it way ahead of time, but before you ever do that, sand it down. I didn't sand it down, edges are a little bit frayed a little bit. It's not going to matter that much, you know, no biggie, but I think it makes it a lot easier to get a smooth finish to, like if you want to do any details. In my dreams, I was thinking about doing some pinstriping in there, but unless you sand it down and have tape to do that with, there's no way in heck you can do that. But that would have been really cool. But if you do pinstriping, you need either tape to do that with, long skinny tape, which you would use your long skinny tape from Hobby Lobby. We carry clear floral tape for doing arrangements. And Joann's and Michael's may carry the solid color. You would just, it's just like pinstriping, you go along the edge. I would actually paint it first, let it completely dry, and then tape over like your yellow, and then tape over the areas you want it to be pinstriped. And then once it's done drying, peel that tape off and go around it with, or maybe not peel it off, let it dry, figure out exactly where you want it. Cut off your edges that you want painted blue, and then go back and peel off that pinstriping once everything is dry, and then you would have perfectly striped blue and yellow or whatever colors your teams are, pinstripes around the edges. That'd be pretty cool. So I'm getting quite a ways there, if you see how far I'm going. Now I'll go back whenever I'm done with this and probably add, there's going to be enough to add to, probably. So go through all this and figure out however many, I don't know, since I didn't count however many I had, I figured I would add to it, you know, fluff it up, do 5 per section, and now I think I'm going to have plenty enough to go ahead and add to it to make it fluffier. The more deco mesh you have, the fluffier it is, and the fuller it is, and that's when they look really cool. You can see these online on Pinterest and on Etsy. They sell for quite a bit of money. They're not cheap. But they're also not cheap to make too. It depends on what you put on it as far as an embellishment goes. This size wreath form at Hobby Lobby is $3.99. I did use a coupon, saved me 40% off. And my ribbon was $5.99 and I got it half off. This mesh tubing was $5.99 and I got that half off. So you want to watch your sales. Every other week, the ribbon goes on sale at Hobby Lobby. Now, if you don't know about how the sales go at Hobby Lobby, not everything goes on sale there. So that's when you get to use a coupon, 40% off coupon on one regular priced item. But every other week there at Hobby Lobby, your stems and bushes go on sale, and your dried naturals go on sale that same week. Then the next week is wedding ribbon and garland, and that is this week at Hobby Lobby, so I bought up. There's also glass, metal, wood, ceramic, all of that rotates too. If you sign up for the mailing list, you'll get a notice every Sunday of what the ad is for that week. And so that way you don't miss your sales and you get stuff at half price. They don't like that. As a cat, when you cashier there, we get told we have to keep our sales down. They make us very well aware of what our discount percentages are there. It's just like anywhere else, you know, they may pay us pretty decent there, but let me tell you, it's a lot of work. So if you consider going to work at Hobby Lobby, don't get in the floral department. I work in the floral department and I have a very, very physically demanding job, and I'm not going to be there much longer. I've been there almost 6 years now, and I'm leaving soon to move to Flagstaff, Arizona. I'll be doing different kind of videos there. I'll still be doing how-to videos and whatnot to teach you things, but I'm also going to do videos on what to do in Flagstaff, so stay tuned. Oh my, so now I'm all the way done around, but I'm going to fill in. I have lots more to go here left over, so I'm going to go back through and just fill in any places that I see bare to add some more fluff to it. Pull these things tight. I twist it around 2 or 3 times and then open up those ends, smash them down. Just keep, because you're going to have to want to go back and do that anyways. Twist it on, go back through. Just anywhere you see a bare spot, add one on there. So it's looking pretty cool. There's a yellow one here. So I'll try and speed this up a little bit. The reason you count the number of poofs or spirals or whatever on each section of your frame is that so that one side is not fuller than the other. You want to try and keep it as even as possible, because if you add a whole bunch of them in one section, you're going to have it all poofy there and not another somewhere else. So I think I need some over here, but it needs some blue. Should check out some of my other videos. I have tutorials on floral designing, making little bonsai trees out of grapevine branches, and greenery from Hobby Lobby, your silk greenery, whatever you like. And when I made those, I had people come up to me and ask me how to take care of them. They did not know that they were not real. So that's pretty cool. And I have bow making tutorials. A lot of people that don't know how to make bows. So I'm trying to share some of this information in my head. I used to think it was useless information until I started realizing people are making a lot more crafts these days, I guess, because of the rise of Hobby Lobby, how it's come into our lives, and people are starting to make stuff. Pretty cool when you go in there. It's everybody's favorite store. I know it's mine, but I don't always have time or can't always shop when I want to. Like I said, during January and May, twice a year is when they do their big markdowns. So I save up money to buy stuff. It's a good time of year to buy Christmas presents, gifts for people. You get them at 60, 70, 80% off. That's a pretty good deal. All right. Pull it tight. I'm going to go on. I'll probably speed this one up a little bit. Let me shut that off and then save my battery. Okay, I have got all of my mesh on my wreath, and that is what it looks like. Pretty cool, full, nice and full there. Now I'm going to add these little things here that I showed you how to make earlier. And now I just tuck those in, same way I did spirals. Put them over 2 wires. See if I like that. I'm not sure if I like it or not, but I figured I'd try it. You can spread them out. Yeah, I like it. It's kind of cool. It adds a little different something. Now you're going to space these out. Oh, look at the cats come and join in the video. Ginseng. She needs to be in the middle of everything. I've got, yes, I see you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them made. So if you divide your wreath in half, you do 3 on one side, 3 on the other side. So I will bring this down a little bit further. Shouldn't be up here, girly. I'm gonna walk right in front of the camera. She just likes to be the center of attention in my world sometimes. Spread those things out. Sometimes it helps to have your ribbon actually going in the direction that it curls in. And I was thinking just the opposite. So, and I may cut those down a little bit. Some of these long spiral thingies, yeah, they're kind of long. Yeah, I like them a little bit shorter. Now I'm going to take and twist that ribbon around the other direction so it goes out and not curling up together. You're right in the middle of the picture, girly. Ginseng, move it. Oh, she heard me. Okay. Get this around 2 wires. Sometimes not as easy as once it's full. Spread them out. Now I did put these in between, these little thingies in between the ribbon. Sometimes you may have to lay this down on the ground to figure out your spacing so you can see it. I do that with some of my arrangements sometimes, especially if it's something that hangs on a wall. I lay them down on the ground so I can tell if they're even or not. Spread these out. Cut, cut. I like those short, they're fun. I've got 2 more of these, right there and there. Perfect. These wreaths are fun to do this side, this type, whenever you're doing like, I've done the witch wreath with the hat and the hat attached to the top and the feet at the bottom. They might take a little bit longer to do, but they go well whenever you're adding accessories like that. They mesh well. Now you can manipulate these things, make them go wherever you want to, by putting them inside of a curl there. Get down. Get down, get down, get down. Hey, down, cats, get down. Excuse me. These cats are taking over my space. I think I need a spray bottle. Get down. Get down. Sorry, guys. Ginseng's coming into heat and she's like acting kind of weird, and the males that are all fixed are taking notice, or she's trying to get them to notice her. Yep, see, listen to her. Okay. Cut, cut, cut. I'm gonna call them into the room. Come on, guys! Let the games begin. So that's what that looks like now. It's pretty cool. Now I had bought some of these Christmas stems, glittered balls at Hobby Lobby. And I came home and I realized I had a few of them left over from my son's wedding. And I'm not sure if I'm going to use them or not, but I'm going to wait and do that next. But I've got my U and M here. I'm going to figure out the placement of it. Let me set this wreath form aside. And I want them to overlap like that. UM. So I'm going to, actually I'll take a pen and trace my lines where I want it to go, because you want your glue to be in the lines and nowhere else. Of course I only got one side. Perfect. Okay. Put your glue on. To glue your letters on with, make sure you line them up really good. Flatten them out. If you do show lines, you can go back over your paint, touch it up just so it covers it up. Let that dry a second. And I had bought royal blue glue, or paint, should I say, paint, and it was too light. And I actually already had the royal blue, and I bought navy blue, and the navy blue was a little too dark, but I happened to have some royal blue at home, but that was too light. So I mixed the two colors together and made this color blue. So just as a helpful hint, whenever you are mixing paint, do quite a bit at once, or do the whole tube or whatever. That way you have everything that you need, and you're not going back and trying to mix that color up again, because it's not going to happen. You will not get to be able to mix those colors up and get them the right shade. So I've got a U and an M there. Perfect, it stayed. And I may reinforce this a little bit around the edges with my glue gun. Dab it on. Helps to push that little bar up, the little stand up out of the way. And now to reinforce it, really reinforce it, maybe take your glue and go all the way over that side so it kind of builds a bridge over the letter. And that will give it extra reinforcing. That way if the wind picks up, like we have sandstorms here in Phoenix that get pretty bad, it's not going to go anywhere if you reinforce it. So let that dry completely. Maybe clean up while you're doing this part, letting that dry. Actually, most of it's dry. Figure out your placement, your top and your bottom. Now, you gotta stand back and look at it. I think I like this is the top where that little thing comes. And I'm gonna put that one pipe cleaner that I saved as my wreath form. And you're gonna kind of bend it in half. So back it's like bend it in half. Loop it around your top form there and just start winding it around, winding it around. You can go back and dab a little bit of your hot glue on there to secure it. It's pretty strong when you put hot glue on your pipe cleaner, because those fuzzies on the pipe cleaner, the glue just seeps into those things. So what I'll do is dab a little glue on them. And I'll hold them in place so they're not coming off there. Bonds them together. That's a good bond. Okay, now I'm going to glue that on there. That's my top right there. The bottom, U of M. Pretty cool. Make sure you've got all your paint flecks off. Oh, there's a little piece that I just touched on something. But I can go back and touch that up later. It'd be kind of cool to maybe put some glitter or something on this, but I don't have any glitter right now. This is just the first time I thought of it, so we're going with this. She really didn't want it all dressy, fancy schmancy. So she kind of liked the simple ones that she sent me pictures of. And I'm trying to figure out here now, place it, figure out where you want it to go. And you're going to glue these onto the mesh here. Make sure you've figure out where your points are, your connecting points are. Because not everywhere is touching. And I don't want to just glob this thing in the middle. You don't need any glue in the middle. It's mainly your main connecting points here. So I'm going to go and put a big bunch of glue. You may need to get an extra glue stick handy to do that. Just put a big old glob of glue on there. And be careful, this is where having a hot melt glue gun comes in handy, but it also is this is where you tend to get burned at. So get all your little spider webs off there. Your glue stick webs are not spider webs. Okay. Put it down and press it. You might want to find something like a pair of scissors that's kind of a little bit heavy. My wire cutters to press it down just a little bit. That helps it glue to your wreath form. And I'm not sure if I'm going to use these or not. I kind of like the look of that, and that would save us some money. I think I'm going to leave them off. Looks pretty good like it is, I think. I should be happy with it. Let that glue on there. And then you've got the beautiful wreath. How's that? This would have cost you probably about $85 on Etsy to have somebody else made. And probably cost me, without those, maybe $25. So hit that like button, subscribe to my video channel so I can show you more videos like this and give you all the information in my head so you can try it too. Bye!